Okay, opening Ned's door is like, "Good morning, sir, hope you slept well," because I didn't. And look at him, turning around with that face of, the breakfast wagon has arrived. Ned definitely has his priorities in check. Anyway, here's Lord Ned enjoying his breakfast. Then into the chimney we go, the mighty farm chariot. We almost got down to the field horses when we came across a deer who was acting like she'd been caught going out past curfew, so we just had to sit and wait for her to go. Then into the field, which is now a certified wetlands conservation area. Not that Hugo and Fred care, they'd wade through the Atlantic if it meant breakfast. Gate shut, hop back into the chimney, and then it was time to put Ned on the horse walker in the hope that the sun will actually make an appearance sometime soon. Then here's Ned on the walker doing his little steps like he's getting his step count up. While they were on the walker, I then turned out my daughter's Shetland pony Tinker. At this point, it's finally getting lighter, thank God. It was then time for the mucking out and quick time because I didn't want to leave Ned on the walker for too long, especially as we were going competing. Literally just scoop the poop, grab the wet, sweep, sweep, sweep. And this is basically my CrossFit. Then it was time for a quick sweep of the horse walker because Ned and Toffee redecorated it with poop. Just what a girl needs on a Saturday morning. Then it was back to the stable, got Ned's rug off and Snuggy hood off. Annoyingly, this was blurry because apparently my camel was still spiritually in bed. I then had to take the tights off his plaits. Yes, tights, I will explain another time. Then I needed to plait his forelock while he wiggled around like a toddler who'd been given blue Smarties. Followed by a really good brush with the only brush that Ned will let me use, which is fair enough, it's a good brush. And here's his mane finished with green tinsel. Then it was time to set out. Toffee loaded first, followed by Ned, who just walked on like an absolute legend as always. We got to Lincomb, watched a couple of people jump around the course and then warmed up. I think Ned thought I was taking the piss with the crosspole, to be honest. Our first round was the 60 with my mum. Her youngster unfortunately got a little bit sticky going into fence 2, which caused us to stop. But, I mean, it is what it is. It was an educational trip, so, yeah. But having said that, I overtook from fence 3, and I feel like it was a really good, confidence-giving round following that. And, to be honest, I'm really pleased. I know my mum's really pleased. And, yeah, it was just a really positive round, really. I must admit, at this point, I couldn't believe how brave Ned was being because it wasn't that long ago that he had a confidence wobble, which then led to me having a confidence wobble. So for him to step up, take the lead and jump so confidently and flow in the way that he was just amazing. I literally came out of this round beaming with pride and joy and I was just really impressed with both horses, to be fair. After the 60, I was entered into the 70 pairs with my friend Lisa and her horse Harvey. I must admit that this was the best round that I've had on him for a while. His confidence felt like it was through the roof. Everything just felt like it was flowing. And it just felt really, really positive. I do feel like I need to give credit where credit is due though, because Lisa was a really good sort of pair to do this with. And she was just a really good lead. Both her and Harvey are amazing. Every single fence he locked on and just sort of took me with him. It was almost as if he's saying, "No, we've got this, just sit quiet, it's all fine." Which, from a horse that 6 months ago would have slammed the anchors on at every given opportunity, is just a great feeling. We flew over the finish and genuinely I felt like Christmas had come early. To be honest, I was on cloud 9 so I didn't get much more footage, so here's just a video of Ned getting off the trailer. I then popped him in the stable, gave him some well-deserved treats and unpacked and went home. And of course, is it a competition day if you don't then stalk the photos to buy as many as you possibly can? Especially as Top Shots had a sale on.